So I'm sitting in my car and it came to me. Anxiety and taking a leap of faith. How do the two come together? So for someone who suffers from anxiety, taking a leap of faith, it's like oil and water, because you're constantly wrestling with your mind, especially if you suffer from anxiety and you're also an overthinker. How do those things work together? So you're dealing with anxiety, you're an overthinker, and you need to take a leap of faith. You need to take a risk for the betterment of yourself, your family. How do you work that out? So you're wrestling with anxiety, staying calm, trying to understand when it is best to do what it is best to do. If you understand what I'm saying. You overthink things. So you're wrestling with anxiety. You're an overthinker. You're trying to balance your mind. You're trying to fix yourself mentally. And when I say fix yourself mentally, it's not in a bad note. It's about trying to balance all those emotions. But here it is, right in the middle of you trying to balance these emotions and to find that plateau that speaks to well-being and self-care and self-love and just relaxing. You have to take a leap of faith. You have to go and risk a few things during the time that you're trying to heal. That looks like a bad mix, but let me tell you something. Right in the middle of that anxiety, you have to take some deep breaths. You have to say to yourself, it's either now or never. Whatever that situation is, whether it be moving to a new country, starting school, ending a relationship, starting a new job, leaving your job to start your entrepreneurship, whatever it is, you have to take that deep breath. And you have to say, self, what are my options? Because the risk you take could also be the answer to the anxiety and the overthinking problems that you are facing. So it is important throughout whatever you're going through to start penciling it out. And sometimes as an overthinker, we try to pencil it out in our heads, and it might not be the best thing. So we need to put pencil to paper, thumbs to keyboards on your phones, or fingers to typing pads on your laptop or other device, and start fleshing it out. Because a lot of the times, a leap of faith that we're anxious about is a leap of faith that will save us. So you're sitting, and don't think I'm not speaking from a point of experience. It is. And don't think that as soon as you take that leap of faith, you take that risk, you go out on that limb, you make this hard decision, that the anxiety is just going to disappear, because you're going to wrestle with it a little bit. But you see, at the end of the day, you are going to win. There's no other way. So you have to put that mindset. You're going to have to win. And that's why it is important to flesh it out, pencil it out. So you're going to have to be strategic. And strategic doesn't mean, point A, point B. You're just going to have to be mindful of the decisions, mindful of the sacrifices, and go for it. And I want to reach out to somebody who is wrestling with something like this. Because sometimes the decision or the commitment isn't as hard as we think. But because we have this situation that we're dealing with of anxiety and overthinking and the what if, and suppose it don't work, and what happen if it don't work, we sit there and we're still suffering. I'm telling you from experience, and that's why I'm reaching out using this medium for us to talk. And that's why I'll always say, let's talk. Because everybody needs somebody. And the world is cold, we know this. People are pretenders, we know this. That best friend is waiting with a knife in your back. That partner, we know all of this. But can we stop living because of it? No. So we're gonna have to find that ground. So with the experiences you've had, you are now equipped to make better decisions. How much of yourself should you allow to be vulnerable? Accepting a hand of faith, a hand of friendship, but knowing how far to go, while still practicing CYA, but not being too much of a narcissist, or not being a narcissist at all, or being toxic to say that everybody is out to get you, because you must know how far to go with everybody. It's about balance. And I know I'm talking a whole lot of things in this one recording, but there's somebody out there, a lot of us, and I don't want to sound cliche about somebody out there, somebody needs to hear this, but it's the truth. Someone, even me, I could be talking to myself, needs to take that leap of faith, needs to make that decision, needs to quit that job, quit that relationship, move to another country, leave everything behind. Because at the end of the day, all is vanity. I'm not saying that you should go live on the street, or you should, go live someplace deplorable, or start walking and begging on the street. But I'm saying there needs to be a shift. And there needs to be a change, because sitting and understanding that mental health is important, self-care is important, self-love is important, it means that a decision is important. It means a decision is important, and the decision needs to be taken now. So at the end of the day, let us talk. Let us flesh out real life situations and help each other take that leap of faith. Subscribe, share, like, leave a comment. I'm very excited. I get stuttered. I told you before when I'm excited. Let's talk. Let's help each other.